In 1971, a mysterious man hijacked a commercial flight, demanded $200,000 in cash, parachuted out of the plane mid-air, and was never seen again. No body, no trace, no confirmed identity. To this day, D.B. Cooper remains America's only unsolved air piracy case.
It's a hijacker calling himself D.B. Cooper jumped from an airliner in flight
and demanded a $200,000 ransom and a parachute.
305, we have a hijack in progress.
He said to me, all I have to do is attach this wire to this gadget here, and we all be dead.
What really happened to D.B. Cooper?
You believe that your uncle was D.B. Cooper.
There has never been a trace of Cooper or his true identity.
D.B. Cooper.
D.B. Cooper.
D.B.
D.B. Cooper.
D.B. Cooper.
It doesn't feel good to acknowledge that this is the only unsolved skyjacking in American history.
November 24th, 1971, the day before Thanksgiving. Passengers boarded Northwest Orient Flight 305 in Portland, Oregon, a routine 30-minute hop to Seattle. Among them was a quiet man in his mid-40s, dressed in a dark suit, white shirt, black tie. He carried only a briefcase. His name, according to the ticket, Dan Cooper. No one paid him any special attention. But this man wasn't headed home for the holidays. He was about to vanish into legend. As the Boeing 727 climbed into the clouds, Cooper lit a cigarette, ordered a bourbon and soda, and handed a folded note to the flight attendant. At first, she thought it was just another phone number from another lonely businessman. But Cooper leaned in and whispered, "Miss, you'd better read that. I have a bomb."
I have a bomb.
Inside his briefcase, wires, red cylinders, and a battery. At least, that's what he showed her. He spoke calmly, almost politely, like someone who had done this before. He dictated his demands with surgical precision. $200,000 in cash, 4 parachutes, a fuel truck waiting in Seattle, no police, no surprises, or everyone on board dies. In the cockpit, the pilots radioed air traffic control. The FBI was already listening. While Cooper sipped his bourbon, federal agents scrambled to gather unmarked bills. The passengers, completely unaware, were told the plane had a minor mechanical issue. No panic, no chaos, just quiet tension. At 5:39 p.m., Flight 305 touched down in Seattle. The ransom money was delivered. The parachutes handed over. Cooper released all 36 passengers, but kept the crew. Then he gave new orders. Take off again, head for Mexico City, fly low and slow, keep the landing gear down, and leave the rear stairway unlocked. These were the demands of a man who knew exactly what he was doing. And then, over the dense, freezing forests of southwestern Washington, he jumped. Sometime between 8 p.m. and 8:13 p.m., in darkness, rain, and 200-mile-an-hour winds, Dan Cooper stepped out of the back of a commercial airliner and disappeared into history. When the plane finally landed in Reno, Nevada, FBI agents stormed aboard. Cooper's seat was empty. The stairway was still ajar. On the armrest, his black tie, neatly clipped and left behind. No parachute was found, no radio contact, nothing.
This is D.B. Cooper's ticket in the name of Dan Cooper.
He needed a way to secure the money on his bag.
The FBI launched one of the longest investigations in U.S. history. 800 suspects were interviewed, riverbanks were searched, planes reenacted the jump. In 1980, a boy digging on the banks of the Columbia River uncovered $5,800 in cash, damaged bills that matched the ransom. But Cooper himself? Gone. No body, no chute, no confirmed identity. To this day, no one knows who he really was. D.B. Cooper wasn't even his real name. It was a typo made by a reporter, and it stuck. Some believe he died in the jump. Others think he survived, changed his identity, and watched the world search for a ghost while sipping coffee in the quiet suburbs. The FBI officially closed the case in 2016, admitting they may never know the truth. But the legend lives on, not just as a criminal mystery, but as an American myth. A man who took the money, jumped into the storm, and vanished without a trace.